Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. I don't know how many of you watched the syndicated interview that the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and former Governor of Rivers State, Wike, granted the Channels Television, TVC, and AIT. In that interview, which was shown on live television, one of the things he said was that he don't involve himself in physical fighting, that he uses the law in fighting his battles. And it appears that that is exactly what is going on now in Rivers State, especially with the defection of 27 lawmakers of the PDP to the APC, in which it is believed that this defection is part of the process to kickstart the impeachment of Governor Simi Fubara. Many of you may not be aware, but there is a court matter, there is a ruling by a high court in Abuja weeks before this latest defection to incapacitate the governor from exercising his responsibilities and to stop him from interfering with the activities of the State House of Assembly. So this was done earlier in anticipation of this latest defection. So what happened is that it's literally like an ambush against the governor, but for which the governor will have to find a way to wriggle himself out of it. And already there are stakeholders who are not buying into it. Perhaps not many people were aware of this. The first group, there was a group in Rivers State that raised the alarm and called on the judiciary to intervene and stop this court matter that was instituted in Abuja to stop Fubara from performing his function as the governor of Rivers State. Now, this matter was brought to attention by the Coalition of Truth and Justice, which raised its voice against a recent Federal High Court order restraining the governor of Rivers State, Simi Fubara, from carrying out specific official duties. The group was demanding the reversal of the controversial decision by the court, expressing concern over what it perceived as unwarranted interference in the governance of Rivers State. This was because a Federal High Court in Abuja had issued a restraining order against Governor Fubara and others, preventing them from impeding on the State House of Assembly statutory duties, including the removal and transfer of the clerk and deputy clerk of the House of Assembly. So this is believed that it is the Wike's camp that went and obtained a restraining order on the governor of Rivers State from performing his statutory duties, and also to stop him from interfering with the work of the assemblies of House of Assembly of Rivers State. What they wanted to do was that they want to take care of the kind of things that happened in Edo State, where the governor was able to handle the mischief of the lawmakers who wanted to impeach him, that were in support of the then governor, ex-governor Oshomole. So what they did was to go to court in Abuja to obtain a restraining order on the governor, so that the governor would allow the State House of Assembly to go on with its activities. Now, this coalition is aware of this, and they want to see it stop because it's an interference in the power of the governor of Rivers State to do his work as governor of the state. Now, the coalition at a press conference accused the judiciary of turning a blind eye to the realities in the country. Dr. Joyce Ogu, the executive director of the coalition, asserted that the court order, which was directed at Governor Fubara, is an indication of a troubling level of interference to the state's governance. Ogu expressed disappointment, stating that the Coalition for Truth and Justice is afraid that the judiciary is now for sale to the highest bidder, and the implication is that the commoner has to look elsewhere for elusive justice. The group argued that the Federal High Court had overstepped its jurisdiction by intervening in a matter that should fall under the purview of the National Industrial Court. She contended that the court's decision was not in the interest of the people of Rivers State and called for a thorough examination of the anomalies perpetrated by the judiciary. The coalition also questioned the Federal High Court's Abuja's involvement in matters such as the appointment and removal of clerk and deputy clerk of the Rivers State House of Assembly. The group urged relevant authorities to review the matter promptly before further damage is done to the democratic process. The statement of this group read in part, the group said, and I quote, "The gang up against the people of Rivers State has assumed a dangerous dimension with the active involvement of the judiciary. This portends grave danger for our nascent democracy. The Coalition of Truth and Justice calls on the relevant authorities to look into the anomalies perpetrated by the courts in Nigeria. It is becoming a banana republic where anything goes to the highest bidder." The presiding judge erred substantially by adjudicating a matter outside its jurisdiction. In the eyes of the law, the action stands invalid. The High Court arrogated to itself the powers of the National Industrial Court. We are calling for a reverse of the court order by the Federal High Court on Rivers State in suit number FHC ABJ 1613-2023 before Justice J.K. Omotosho of the Federal High Court, Abuja. We desire that the matter be looked into again in the interest of justice before we sink into the abyss. Now, this is a group that was concerned about the ambush that they laid against Governor Fubara before this latest defection of the lawmakers. Because what that means is that the Wike camp, knowing that in a few weeks' time they are going to defect and take control of the assembly, had earlier gone to High Court in Abuja to obtain a restraining order on the governor to stop him from impeding the works or the activities of the National Assembly. Of course, by the principle of separation of power, the governor is not supposed to impede on their workings. But they didn't need to go to court to go and get that kind of enforcement. And they also said that the governor cannot sack the clerk or the deputy clerk of the State House of Assembly. What does this show you? This shows you that ab initio, what they want to do was to, as they have now moved against the governor will be powerless to do anything. Because like many people have suggested, Fubara, given the situation now, should borrow from the rule book of Governor Obaseke, when some lawmakers in Edo State also ganged up against him in the guise of fighting for democracy. But meanwhile, they were fighting for the interest of former Governor Oshomole, who had at the time fallen out of favor with Obaseke. So they have this is what is playing out. But I don't think that Rivers State Governor Fubara should allow this to lie low, and it's not something that we supposed to require the NGOs to go about this kind of campaign, telling the judiciary to do something. Of course, Fubara has to also go and file a counter suit against them because they cannot stop an elected governor from doing his work. The court cannot be an instrument to be used to stop a governor from exercising his constitutional rights in terms of appointment. Okay, and the idea that they can use Abuja to muzzle Fubara out of power, in the sense that now if they have a restraining order from a high court in Abuja, it means that the governor is now helpless. He can't do anything. They can gather and then raise impeachment motion against him or do whatever they like against him. That's not going to work. Fubara is not supposed to allow that to work, because if Nyesom Wike, if there are reversal of role, let us assume it's Nyesom Wike that is the governor now, and somebody want to impeach him the way that is happening now. I can tell you for free, Nyesom Wike will rest hell. He will not allow it for anybody to do it to him. He will not accept it. So there's no way that Fubara should allow this to stand. Of course, his attorney general can go to court to go and reverse this order, appeal against it, okay? Because nobody should be able to restrain a governor of a state from doing his responsibilities. And nobody has a right to force a state house of assembly to carry out activities that will be detrimental in the interest of the state and in the interest of the governor. The reason why Obaseki kicked during his time was because Obaseki know that, look, if I allow this Oshomole gang to take over the assembly, they're going to kick me out of power. And nobody's going to tolerate that. So Simi Fubara should rise to the occasion despite this restraining court order. This restraining court order can be vacated easily, but it's just to show you how deep they are in thinking ahead of Fubara in terms of what they want to execute. Because what we have seen now from this High Court restraining order is that they had planned this thing ahead of time by giving him a restraining order a few weeks ago, and now they have moved to another party. It means that the governor cannot be able to stop them from doing whatever they want to do. But they forget that the governor also has a right to survive. Because if the things they are doing, they are not doing it in the interest of the people, the governor can rise up and defend the votes of the Rivers people who voted him into power and will not allow them to take over the assembly. Okay, although there are indications that Fubara himself, even though he's the chief security officer of the state, that some people are taking order from Abuja. But whatever may be the case, he remains the chief security officer of the state. He can mobilize the people of Rivers State against whatever activities that is coming from Abuja to stop him from performing his rightful function, his rightful duty for which he was elected by the people of Rivers State. So this video is just to remind us how far these lawmakers who are pro-Nyesom Wike had gone to see that they strangulate Fubara from doing his work. But Fubara, in the end, as I see it, will triumph over them. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. God bless you and yours. And don't forget, under this video, we have links that can take you to Jumia. Any phone that you bought through this link, Jumia is going to give you 40% off, because you bought it through this link. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.